Yeah, today we're talking about Go Rest High on That Mountain for Memorial Day 2024. This is a great song, and I really hope that you enjoy this song as much as I am today. We're starting with the chord formats, the chords, and we're going to start playing the song all the way through. And then we're going to talk about a couple of pointers if you want to stick around to the end of the film and the end of the guitar session. I'll be here for you. So a couple pointers at the end. But we're starting with D. We could use D5. D major isn't, it's there, but the 3 is pretty much in the bottom of the chord. You can do a D sus2 on the top. And then, open D to open fret 3 and open high E, or there's some harmonic movement on the D chord that moves from D and moves up from D to D with E in the bass to D with F sharp in the bass, right? And if you stick around to the end, I'll have a quick tip pointer for that. Then we move over to the G5 quickly. And that G5 is a G open, choke the open A, and then open D, open G, and then fret 3 in the B. You could play that high E string if you want, and then back to D chord and any variation of the D chord you want, D major, D sus2. And then the next chord that we're talking about, the third and final chord for the song, as far as I know, is the A chord, or A sus2, but A, rock and roll style A, open A. Second fret, triple stopped on the middle 3 strings and the D, G, and B strings, okay? Okay, so we're starting. Let's go ahead and dial in the chord progression. And it's a really slow tempo. 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, and So the strum pattern is pretty much downstrokes with some down, up, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and head right to the G, and back to D, and then walk up to F sharp, and then G5, and then D. And then we can use A major and then back to D. And then G5, back to D. Okay, so that's pretty much the form of the song, but if you wanted to, since you stuck around to the end, we'll just drop the D string. So all I've done is taking that low E string and tuned it down to sound like an octave lower than the D string. So it's just drop it down until it sounds like a chord, basically. A good sounding chord, not a dissonant sounding chord. So D, A, D, G, B, E. Otherwise we're in standard tuning, right? So here's the song in drop D. It's a much more powerful presentation on the acoustic guitar. It changes the fingerings up from the D chord to the G chord, and then the A chord's the same, but don't play the low E string. The D chord, we get that big fat low E string here, that big fat drop D. Okay, so it's So you're seeing some different kinds of things here happening. And there's the D chord, and then we're moving to the G chord. We could play that D chord in the bass to create some drone sounds, to create a little extra harmonic tension. And then by the time we reach the A chord, we let that note go and then go right back into the root notes. And the other thing that we can do is we can start working on open A. We can use the open A kind of rolling up to the open D string. We could start rearranging this a little bit for the top end of the guitar. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed the song, and I hope that you are able to practice some moment of silence with all of us and your Jason Carey guitar this Memorial Day and every Memorial Day as we remember those who've fallen for our freedoms.